Hello teacher, today I'm going to talk about cultural challenges of doing business overseas. To start with, I'm going to introduce to you about some cultural challenges are big of part of life between US and Czech cultures, and then I'm going to talk to you about the dreams Steve Kafka's to opening a pizza restaurant on Czech Republic in Europe. So, to start with, difference between US and Czech cultures. There are some difference. The most common difference between US and Czech exist between both countries, but they are also similar in some culture values. The difference are avoidable, so can business succeed. For instance, both in the US and the Czech, to show respect, one address adults, professional degrees, and last names. So, in hairstyles, talking about hairstyles, Czech Republic and the US is so different, and Czech Republic is more your common recited to express to other people, and the US is more expressible, expressive. Sorry. So both countries believe in mountain-size counting, while compensating, they must also look at all state order in spaces, in public spaces, and not only with all ill intentions. People often gesture with their hands to emphasize into his conversations, and the difference in these cases are the Czech can break on or signing something, and when Czech is to start or to begin to count something, they start to the thumb finger 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the US to start count to finger is the index finger 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So in these cases is the roll. And speaking loudly in public transportation or quiet places is being polite. However, it is common places like pubs. So Czech values education, cleverness, modesty, and humor. And the humor is rarely and weird. So in some cases it's more ironic. And with their hand, the US is more expressive and outspoken. In general, they appreciate people who are candid. People voice their opinions in some conversation, but there are some subjects that can't be discussed, like religion points of view, political subjects, and that's all. So, in these cases, the US people is more open to this type of kind of conversation, because they are more respectful and they think that they can be more criticized to the government. Most are patriotic and believe the United States is the greatest country in the world. So in the protocol and communication style, as contact while conversing in a restaurant, is important to be polite and not be disrespectful. And Czech Republic value education in these cases, modesty and humor while are conversing, and Americans value innovation and integrity. And when you are taking a meeting in a restaurant with a Czech person, you have to know that they hate the head that you put your elbows on the table, that is be very impolite. And the US have practices that can take with hand some food that French fries and fried chicken, hamburgers and pizza. So if you are using a fork in the with the hand that you write, so the check no change the hand with the sorry, when they are using a knife, is cooking or the spring, the US people change the hand when it's cooking or spitting something. And so most people on the US have the ability to left themselves as well as the others. Instead, the Czech Republic is more obedient or more reservation on conservation for by the German culture. So they are very obedient and cooperative. They also value traditions. The US can use some free handshake to greet something, or when you are paying your food in a restaurant, the US can use a smile with pain, but Czech prefer to save us personal space. So in this part is that all. On the other hand, Steve Kafka wants to spend his own project to create or open a pizza Chicago style in Prague, the Czech Republic in Europe. So he have to know that that exists a lot of barriers, cultural barriers, and language, but in the list should say that he have more advantage taking the challenge. What? The first one is he knows the language. The second one is he has family in the Czech Republic, and the last one is he knows the people and the culture. It's important to Steve Kafka knows this advantage, and he can improve this with more plans or objectives. So if he wants to open his business in this area, he wants to know that the government information, changing laws. It's important to have employees more dedicated or more prepared to solve some problems or troubles in their area work environment. So adaptation in these cases requires an understanding of cultural diversity and enthusiastic and point of views. So there are more risks for to open his business in Prague. The corruption and the lifestyle. The corruption is a problem in both countries, and Steve Kafka have to know that it's important to avoid this subject. So in short, Geert holds these five cultural dimensions is important to Steve Kafka knows, because he can unite this subject in his plans of business. So it exists five dimensions that are power, distance, individualism, masculinity, uncertainty, avoidance, long-term orientation, and indulgence. So in the other part, trade barriers are important to the time to do business or to open a new business in Prague, like business transactions and government decisions making. Purchasing power is still lots behind, and Western Europe and the US. Slow court system, inadequate protection or commercial contracts, and government corruption. So Steve Kafka has advantage because Czech Republic has a inflation law compared with US. The cost of life is more cheaper than US. Than in US. Renting an apartment or something is more low than the US. So all this is the advantage for Steve Kafka open his new business in Prague. That's all.